Good morning, good afternoon, fellow Biafrans and every indigenous people in the Islamic State of Nigeria. The Islamic State of Nigeria has said it before that they are in an isometric warfare against the Biafran Republic government led by Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. And we are seeing this video right now to tell you that this is happening live and direct in Biafran territory. And I want to drop this update from Prime Ministers and one of his lobbyists talking about the steps of how we are having this what they call multi-dimensional ways to liberate ourselves from the Islamic State. Listen to you and we'll come back and give you more info.
The Biafran War was one of the most brutal and bloody conflicts of modern times. Also known as the Nigerian Civil War, it left 1 million dead and millions more displaced. It also shaped so much of our thinking on secession and independence. And yet today, it's largely forgotten. So what was the conflict all about? And why was it so especially significant? The British decision in the early 20th century to merge the two Nigerian protectorates, a decision taken for economic reasons, created an entity that was fundamentally at odds with itself. This would eventually have dramatic and tragic consequences following the country's independence in 1960. The tensions between North and South soon spilled over into the political arena, leading to mass killings and one of the most significant wars to affect modern Africa. Indeed, the Biafran War was widely regarded as the most pressing humanitarian disaster of its day. Over the course of 2.5 years, millions died in a conflict that led to mass starvation.
My message today, on this 14th day of July, is going to be very different. I am not here to give update. Every update we have is in the public. And I believe that if you are here watching this program, you may have been following the Biafra Liberation live and direct. My fellow Biafrans, as we approach the declaration which is to take place during our convention in Finland on the 2nd of December 2024. There are things that we must do. As we continue to protect our land, as the Biafra Defense Force increase the defense of our land, the defense of our women and our children, it is the most important thing for this government to protect the right, the properties, and of course, the life of our children in Biafra land. For us to achieve this and make our place a better place for all of us, we must bear in mind that our blow to Nigeria state and to Nigeria terrorist state must continue to be deep. I mean, our liberation going forward as we approach November, December, must continue to be deep blow on the Nigeria terrorist state until our declaration and beyond. Nigeria has dealt with us for many years. We have seen ethnic cleansing of our people. We have seen attempted annihilation of Biafra people, including changing in demography, distorting our map without any consent from the indigenous people of Biafra. Because we have entered almost the final stage of the liberation of Biafra. The world is talking about the Biafra today. We have been able to put the information, the issue of Biafra in the world global stage. We must make sure that our wrath against terrorist state of Nigeria remain invisible. Our wrath remain invisible. we will continue to deal with Nigeria, and Nigeria will not know what is dealing to them. And that is the invisible of the wrath of Biafra people. We must not have mercy on Nigeria terrorist state. I am telling you, the dimension that we are entering from now is that every personnel of the Biafra Defense Force must understand that going forward, we must not have mercy on Nigeria terrorist state, nor on the enemies in our land. No mercy. As we continue to defend our land against terrorist state of Nigeria and their foot soldiers, our happiness must always be at the tip of our sword, at the tip of our mara, at the tip of our guns. That's where our happiness should lie. As we continue to defend our land against Nigeria terrorism, our heart will always know no pity. This message today is directly to any person that is involved in our security in the homeland. There will be no pity against anything Nigeria within Biafra land. Our heart must know no pity. I want you to understand that our cry of war will be given for our country, Biafra, which is now finally caught in the Nigeria and British chain of slavery, decade of slavery. Our defiance will not be passed until the Biafra people and the Biafra nation are free. My fellow Biafrans, when the rest of the indigenous people in Nigeria or other ethnic group, as you may call them, and the land, they continue to hang their heads as they bow to the terrorism of the Nigeria state. We, the brave, from the land of brave, called Biafra, we, the lions and lioness of the imagining state and the United States of Biafra, believed in our chests we have denied 1,000 pains since the amalgamation of Nigeria.
Any indigenous person that tells you the amalgamation of Nigeria has been a blessing to him or her is actually living in self-denial, because anyone that has actually benefited from that place, he has benefited from the cabals of evil men and evil women. I don't care how your business is flourishing. It could be far better if you have a working society like what you have everywhere in the world. On this note, I will draw the curtain. Thank you for listening.